Hi, my name is John Drux. I'm a real estate broker out of Fresno, California, doing a documentary slash commentary, The Short Sale of the American Dream. It's October 2011, and most of my videos were done spring, early summer of 2011. Again, now it's October 2011. And President Obama is finally stepping up saying, we need to fix the housing market. And he's offering to where people can refinance their loans if they're underwater. That's fine. That's something I said should have been done a long time ago. The emphasis needs to be on how do we keep people in their homes? How do we prevent that foreclosure from flooding the market? So again, President Obama, I applaud you on that, but there's an underlying problem here. Something that's been going on for 4.5 years. 4.5 years I've reported first to the Fresno Multiple Listing Service, Fresno Association of Realtors, then the California Association of Realtors, and most recently the National Association of Realtors. And basically it's the same old answer. Nothing we can do. Actually, one of the questions I was asked was, why do you care? Why do I care? I've lost everything, okay? I've lost my job. I've lost my business. And I'm seriously considering walking away from the house I own that I purchased for my kids to grow up in. It's my opinion. It's a subject to pricing allowed in the Fresno Multiple Listing Service for me. It would be any multiple listing service that allows it. That has not only contributed to the crash of the housing market, it's prevented any type of recovery. It does not make any sense whatsoever that a realtor organization would focus completely on helping people walk away from their homes. Again, an organization, I pay dues to this organization, association, that's supposed to promote home ownership. But again, the entire focus has been on how do we let people walk away from their houses. The videos that I did back in May talk about a buyer I had, the experiences we had. Again, that's almost 6 months ago. I finally got a new buyer. Guess what? Let the games begin. This morning I get a phone call from my client, all excited. All excited. I just found a new listing for $150,000. It looks like the greatest house ever. Great area, large square footage for the price. So I look at the listing. When it's a short sale, it's like, oh, great. Here we go. So I'm looking at the listing, and I hit the county records. It's something I always do on a short sale. It's like, I want to see when this seller purchased, and why is he wanting to walk away. So I look at the tax records and see that he purchased the house for like $220, refinanced back in 2005, 2006 for $300. So again, about 80 grand in his pocket. And now today wants to short sale for around $150,000 and have the bank take about $130,000 loss. The funny thing is, I look at the owner's name. It's like, wait a minute. That name sounds familiar. I think that's a short sale superstar. I think a short sale superstar is trying to short sell his house. So I look at the listing again. It's like, well, he didn't list the house, but he got another short sale superstar to list the short sale superstar's house. again, my question to the California Association of Realtors not that long ago was, do you own a house? Do you own a house? Because if you do, you're shooting yourselves in the foot for doing subject to pricing in the multiple listing service. Well, guess what, short sale superstar, that I just looked at your listing today in the MLS. You shot yourself in the foot, buddy. You're shooting me in the foot, though, too. And I don't appreciate it. Again, I've lost basically everything because of this housing market deal. Something that I reported 4.5 years ago. People have figured out a way around every kind of business regulation there is in this country, including the realtors and their subject to pricing. Should have never been allowed. I called it out 4.5 years ago. Subject to pricing won't work. Name me another product that's allowed to be advertised and sold subject to in the United States. There isn't one, except for a house for 4.5 years. I said, as long as you keep doing subject to pricing in the multiple listing service, you'll have an endless supply of short sales and foreclosures. 4.5 years later, I'm still right. President Obama, you want to fix the housing market? You need to look at the subject to pricing being allowed in the multiple listing services. Something realtors say they can't do anything about, even though they're the ones doing it. They blame the banks. Banks. I got some videos saying, watch this. See what these realtors are saying about you and blaming you. Again, when you list your foreclosure, you have to put a price and commission. You have to agree to a price and commission you will pay if that agent brings you an offer for that amount. Then, why would you want to compete against somebody trying to sell, when it comes down to it, a house that you own and allow them to sell it subject to? And again, my argument's been, every owner in America then, traditional seller, if there's any of those left, because again, that's why I don't have a job. I was a traditional seller's agent. Every traditional sell I've listed lately expires. I can't sell it. Unfair competition of subject to. If a traditional seller has to set a price and commission at the time of listing, so should everybody. The banks do it under foreclosures, but again, you have this one segment, the short sale, that doesn't. Again, it's my opinion that the short sale, the unapproved listing, unapproved short sale, subject to pricing, is preventing any type of recovery. You're looking for a housing recovery, get rid of it. It should have never been there to begin with. So again, President Obama, you want to fix this economy? Again, I've heard it on the news. The U.S. economy will not recover until the housing market recovers. And it's not the foreclosures that brought down the prices in California, at least. At the time the prices dropped through the floor, there was a moratorium on foreclosures in California. It was the unapproved short sale. The short sale superstar jumped in, seized the opportunity. I'm guessing because they couldn't do bad loans anymore, so they jumped into doing short sales. I've always said, this whole housing crisis has been based on people helping people. At least they say they are. First, they help people into houses they couldn't afford. Help them in. Now they're helping them out. They want to help them walk away. As all the rest of us are getting screwed. Again, I've lost everything. My job, my business, and probably the house I own. Hopefully I get to keep my condo that's gone from $150,000 to $40,000. And I know darn well it was because of the unapproved short sale that drove the prices down in this complex. So again, my documentary is called The Short Sale of the American Dream, and the reason is I believe the American dream's been shattered. I have a hard time believing the kids that are growing up today think favorably of owning a house. All they've heard is bad news. I have to think they're saying, why would I ever want to own a house? I've owned a house for 25 years, and I'm wondering why I want to own a house. But the house isn't going to go up in value. It needs maintenance. So again, subject to pricing. President Obama, if you want to fix the housing market, look at subject to pricing in the multiple listing service. I need a job. I've sent letters to every bank I owe money to saying, let me fix your bad loans. Let me look at your bad loans. Let's figure out a way to keep people in their homes. Not helping them walk away. And if they're trying to walk away on $150,000 or $200,000 that they pull from the house, you might be walking away, but you're going to have a foreclosure on your record. The thing is most of these people have money. And somehow these short sale superstars are walking in and telling them, let's do this and you'll be buying a house in 6 months. You got to be smarter than that, banks. You have to be smarter than that. So again, John Drux, licensed real estate broker, Fresno, California. Have a great day.